What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and this video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. In this one, we go over the starting quarterback battle for Michigan, as it appears it is open again this week. I go over the three options Michigan has at starting quarterback, what they have to do, and the three options they have going into the Michigan State game. Plus, Sherrone Moore has some injury updates. Donovan Edwards talks about the trust in the coaching staff, and I also end the video by talking about a Michigan basketball update, as Dusty May's first squad looked very good against Oakland in their first exhibition game. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so the first thing I did want to talk about is the quarterback situation for Michigan. Obviously, that is the biggest problem on this team. Sherrone Moore did talk to the media today in his weekly press conference Monday morning, and it does appear that right now the starting quarterback position is open. He said, "We'll see as we practice this week." And I also got asked on what he wants to see from the quarterbacks this week in practice, and he said taking care of the ball. That's going to be the number one priority, the biggest thing. You want big plays, you want efficiency, but we have to take care of the football. That'll be the number one priority. So for me, I think Michigan has three options here at quarterback going forward, and it's either you stick with Jack Tuttle, which gives you a more balanced offense. However, he has been making too many mistakes, been turning the ball over. So going into the Michigan State game, if they start Jack Tuttle, I'm going to have him on a short leash. If he's turning the ball over, if he makes a turnover early in the game, you got to pull him. He has 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions on the season in just 2 games, so you just can't have it. Now, he did have 208 passing yards in the game against Illinois, and he went 20 for 32. He had 32 pass attempts against Illinois, and if I'm Sherrone Moore and Kirk Campbell, I got to look at that stat and go, okay, we can't have our quarterback be throwing the ball that much, because we all know, you don't have a J.J. McCarthy this year. I mean, even J.J. McCarthy didn't throw that many passes in a game for Michigan when he was here, so that's definitely got to change. So that's obviously option 1, sticking with Jack Tuttle, but having him on a short leash. Option 2, you could go back to Alex Orji and then be, again, a run-heavy offense. Alex Orji did a great job of not turning the ball over. That was his one strength when he was Michigan's starting quarterback. The only thing was, when we saw it against Washington, the offense wasn't moving the ball at all, and then they quickly went down 14-0, and then Michigan found themselves in a situation where they had to pass the ball to get back in the game, and Alex Orji, that's not his strength. He just isn't a very good passer. So they could go back to Alex Orji and be, again, a run-heavy offense and try to beat teams like they did against USC. But if you go back to that, there's not going to be a really good balance in the offense. And then you have option 3, which I would personally love to see, and that is going with freshman quarterback Jaden Davis, because I don't think it can get much worse with what you have in the quarterback room right now. Now, Sherrone Moore did talk about Jaden Davis, where he needs to improve. He said continue to learn the system, learn the playbook, which I think he has done a good job of, and continue to improve his strength and his things in his toolbox. So he's definitely continued to progress. So I know, Jaden Davis, his parents might want him to redshirt. I know there's been talk about that, and that's fine, but he can still play in 4 games this season and still redshirt. So that's why I would really love to see Jaden Davis get a couple drives, see what we got in him, and also be good for the coaches to see what they got on the field, because we are 7 games into the season now. He enrolled early at Michigan, so he has had quite a bit of time now in the system, and I think it would just be good to see what you got out of Jaden Davis, even if it's just a couple drives. So let me know what you guys want to see Michigan do at the starting quarterback position going forward, and I think those are the 3 options you got right now going into the Michigan State game. And speaking of the Michigan State game, the odds have been released, and I did want to give a shout out to today's sponsor and the sponsor of the channel throughout the football season, BetUS. They have all the odds you need this football season, and also basketball season coming coming up here. The Michigan State spread right now is Michigan favored by 5.5 points here, and the over-under is set at 40.5. There's also some more interesting games on Saturday like Missouri, Alabama, Nebraska, Ohio State, Illinois, Oregon, which potentially both Nebraska and Illinois could cover that spread. You never know. But right now BetUS is offering a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000, then also a 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000, all with promo code YouTube150. So go ahead, check them out at betus.com, and obviously please gamble responsibly. But let's go ahead and continue here. And I did want to continue on what Sherrone Moore said. He did talk about on Michigan protecting the ball better in practice. He said, I feel like we're protecting it way better in practice. It's just not translating to the game. So we have to figure it out as coaches, as a team, how to translate all that stuff to the game. He said, there's things that you're doing in practice that have to replicate like they have before in the game. That is a major struggle for Michigan right now. I believe they are -7 in the turnover margin this season, giving up now 15 turnovers through 7 games. So it's a major concern that has to be fixed. Otherwise, this season could definitely fall apart even more. And it's got to get fixed, especially against Michigan State. This is a big game for Sherrone Moore. He has got to win this game, and he knows it. He even said that, we've got to win this game. Now, there were some injuries in the game against Illinois. First on Myles Hinton. And Will Johnson. Obviously, Myles Hinton didn't start in the game at left tackle again. Jeffrey Percy took his place, and also Will Johnson, he apparently injured his toe, I believe, early in the game and never came back. So Michigan kind of played the whole game without him on the defensive side. He said, we'll see again this week. Myles looks like he's trending in a really good direction. Didn't really speak much about Will Johnson. And also Marlin Klein, tight end, he exited the Illinois game on the injury card. He said he's working through something. We'll see what the doctors say as he practices this week. I think he'll get back into it tomorrow, probably tomorrow, Wednesday, and I think he'll be in a good place, but we'll see. Then also, he also said if there are any conversations about switching offensive play callers, and he said no, that'll still be Kirk, and Kirk Campbell was on the field this time against Illinois. The previous games he was up in the booth, so we'll see if that continues. Sherrone did say that from my own experiences as a play caller, being on the field, it really helped me. So we'll just go through the week and figure out what we think is best for the crew. And Donovan Edwards, he talked to the media as well, and he said, I've had 3 losses before this year, so it's kind of hard because you never want to lose any single football game. You put your heart, your mind, your soul into this game. It's just hard when at the end of the day there's a loss on your record, but ultimately we just have to continue to do better. Leaders continue to lead and coaches continue to coach. And as far as the confidence in the Michigan coaches, he replied, of course I do. He said, I live by a Kobe Bryant quote that says it's a constant quest to be better today than you were yesterday and to make a better tomorrow than today. And he said that's the motto that we have to live by. In every single week, every single day, we have to get better. So there is a lot to work on. It's going to be quite the test to this team moving forward here, how much fight they got left in them, what they can show us here closing out this so far rough season. And it's up to Sherrone Moore to not let this season get too out of control. And to wrap up this video, I did want to talk about the Michigan basketball team, actually, as yesterday they played an exhibition game against Oakland at Little Caesars Arena, and they won in a big margin, 92-48, as Dusty May's first Michigan squad looks very good. This team can definitely shoot the heck out of the ball. They have what seems to be a lot of depth, which is very nice. They had great ball movement in this game, and they definitely did not look like a team that has all brand new players from the transfer portal, especially in their first game together. So a very good sign there. But Michigan, they had a starting lineup of Trey Donaldson, Reuben Jones, Roddy Gale Jr., Danny Wolf, and Vlad Golden. Nimari Burnett and Will Cheddar were the first off the bench, and also Sam Walters played a lot off the bench, and freshman LJ Kaysen, who is going to be very good here. Michigan had 5 players in double digits, led by Will Cheddar with 15 points. Roddy Gale Jr. had 13, Danny Wolf had 11, Vlad Golden had 11 and Sam Walters had 12. So this team should be very exciting to watch. I think they're going to be really good. Michigan had 15 made three-pointers in this one. They went 15 for 35 from three-point range and 34 for 69 from the field. So Dusty May, he said this team, they are going to shoot a lot of threes. That's one of the first things he said in his press conference, and they shot the ball 35 times from three-point land with 15 three-pointers. So he definitely was not lying about that. It is very nice to see Michigan having a lot of shooters on this team. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, shout out to BetUS. Go and check them out at betus.com. Use promo code YouTube150. But other than that, if you guys did go ahead to enjoy, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. And other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.